Right here, right here.
Ready?
Off play action. Clifford escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Ready?
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm here all day.
On second down now. Swift. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Darnold. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 41-yard line.
We want it.
Off of play action, Darnold. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, seam 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Touchdown, Buccaneers. The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Got it.
53, check 53. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, Wahoo. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Clifford.
Check.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. To throw again on second down. Darnold. It's caught by Mike Evans. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
We got 4. We got.
Hey, Zoo.
52's the mic right here.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold forced out to his left. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Logo.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, D. Let's go. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
On 1st down, Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Clifford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Bound to lose 1.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The dump off good for 8 there on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
52's the mic. Go!
After the interception, here's Darnold. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, shouldn't we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
You'd have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. He completes it to Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch move! You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Now Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Darnold from the red zone now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Bravo!
Here's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half.
Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this front.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootlegging. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Off the play fake. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Clifford, a quick hitter, complete. It's Walton. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. Check, 4 down. No, 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
To the air again, Darnold. He completes it to Jones. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go with Jones. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
You go, son. Watch Mike, watch Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still return.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Back to throw. Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Darnold now to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back 55. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Go!
Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, stand up!
To throw again, Clifford. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Go now, 50, play.
Number 53, Mike 53. That's what I do.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Hey, Charlie.
Darnold from the gun. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're going to sign. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. 52. I got time.
Off of play action, Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Time. 52. Mike 52. I know that.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Donald's pass complete to Chris Godwin. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Yo, son. 52, Mike 52. Get your swarm on. Check 3, check 2.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out there? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right.
Go!
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.